morning, Commission. Chad Skiles, 820 North Dakota Street, Canton, South Dakota. Just a question very quickly regarding the public information meeting tonight that's being held at 6:30 in Lenox. And that is, I read the agenda and I see that it starts off with a public input area and then it goes into like the presentation part. During the presentation, my question is will the public have the opportunity to ask questions during the presentation as perhaps a question comes up? Or do we have to have all of our questions at either the beginning or the end? I can't, and now I'm drawing a blank if it's at the beginning or the end, or will we have opportunities to ask questions during if a question comes up?
Anybody want to answer the question?
I'm certainly not against it, that, Chad. I don't know what kind of a timeline we're going to have tonight. I don't think it'll be a couple hours or less than that. I don't know. Chairman maybe has an idea.
Okay.
I guess I had not seen a format where there was public comment or question. I do believe that there may be an opportunity to ask questions either through written, so people can put that down and we can try to answer them as we're going. But again, the commission will be there, so if there's questions afterwards, they're more than free to approach their commissioner and ask it at that time, or some of those that might be presenting. So.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
The reason it is the way it is on the agenda is because they didn't know if you're recessing and then going back into session again as a separate meeting. Then by statute, we have to notice the notification. It was not intended to be that they had to only speak at the beginning and then not have their questions answered during the meeting. So if you're recessing, there wouldn't be a comment period because you've already done that by statute. So you're just recessing and going for an informational meeting at that point.
But there's nobody that's indicating that questions won't be able to be asked.
Yeah, they should.
Either the format may be determined whether it's prudent to do it by written comment or by microphone, and some of that has to do with logistic. I think yet to be determined with how well the sound system is working. So.
Does that explain why? That's the only reason it was listed on there, just depending on how the commission treated the meeting tonight.
Yeah, and what I want is people to be able to make comments.
No one said that we don't. So do you feel that we need to address it at this time differently to clarify that?
No, I mean, I think it's a difference without a distinction,
Yeah,
whether we recess or not.
My only concern was if we didn't have a quorum to, and it wouldn't be a meeting, but anyway, what are your wishes? We have a motion to recess. If you don't want to do that and adjourn, we can hold a separate meeting if it was advertised as such. It was not or not? John?
An agenda was posted for the meeting
Separate.
separately.
So we can do it either way. How would you like to proceed?
I would adjourn and then,
The problem comes in under our format of that, the public comment is by definition at the beginning. We get to do whatever we want, so either way will work that the public will be able to ask questions.
yeah, if we recess, technically, there is no more comment period. Now, we could change it on this with 3 votes. But if you have a new meeting, then there is a public comment period, and we still have to take action to change our policy anyway.
Yeah, so it's whatever we decide to do, because if we do a new meeting, the public comment is at the beginning. Versus we can allow the public to listen to it and then open it up for discussion or questions afterwards, depending on how it spurs people's thoughts.
Mr. Chairman, given the climate that this thing is under and the scrutiny and so much misinformation has been presented, I would agree that we should adjourn the meeting, start a new meeting at 6:30 tonight, and that takes care of the public comment situation.
Well, I'm fine with doing that. We can again still open it up if we want, but the comment time will be 30 minutes then at the beginning, which would delay our presentation possibly.
Can we not change that to have public comment following? Because it seems kind of bass-backward to me.
That's my point. I don't disagree with you at all on that, so.
If that was a I shouldn't have said that. Not politically correct, but.
Jay, can we scrub that?
Jim, I would support what your thoughts are on that, I guess, so.
So again, it is just to allow the public to speak at appropriate time. If we leave it at the beginning, it could interfere with the presentation. I think at the meeting, then we would look at trying to move the public comment at that point in time to the end of the meeting. We've done that in the past under special circumstances. But again, I'm at the wishes of the commission as how they want to proceed.
Well, if we're gonna do that, then I think we need to make strict adherence to our public
Yes.
comment policy, which we don't always do.
Right.
Well, I think we have no history of following our public comment policy whatsoever. Policy, like during the CAFO hearings, said that only 3 people are allowed to talk and they have to appoint a spokesperson. I think under the current climate we're in, we need to allow anybody who wants to talk, should be allowed to talk. Sure, there can be guidelines as to what the time period is, and that we do it after the presentation so everybody can ask their questions, everybody can get their feelings for, against, indifferent out of their system, and they can get the answers they want.
What's your point, Commissioner? Is it, so are we going to, I'm just looking to know if we're adjourning now at this point or recessing. That's all I'm looking for at this point.
Well, I would vote to adjourn at this point.
And I would second that.
We have a motion to recess. We will ask for that motion to either be voted on or removed by the people that submitted the motion and second. Otherwise, let's just vote on the recessing first and then a fail. Okay, Sean, call the roll on recessing.
Commissioner Aaron's,
No.
Commissioner Gillespie,
No,
Commissioner Landeen,
Yes.
Commissioner Schmidt,
No.
Commissioner Poppins.
No. I'll ask for a motion to adjourn then.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
second, Gillespie.
Call the question.
How's everybody feeling today? Anybody want to talk about the weather? How their grandkids are doing? Sean, please call the roll.
Commissioner Aaron's,
Yes.
Commissioner Gillespie,
Yes.
Commissioner Landeen,
Yes.
Commissioner Schmidt,
Yes.
Commissioner Poppins.
Yes, we are adjourned. We will be having a meeting tonight at 6:30 at the Lennox 4-H facility. Please all come. We are trying to live stream. Jake, we have a thumbs up. We will be live streaming. So hopefully the video is of decent quality.